Welcome to this week's Torah lesson. This week's Torah portion is Parsha Bamidbar. The question of the week is, what is the spiritual significance of the Talit and Teffilin that we wear when we pray? So in this week's Torah portion, Parsha Bamidbar, there's a piece from the Zohar, and the Zohar says as follows. When you go into the synagogue, so you're wearing your tefillin, and it's covered up in the tzitzit. So the Rebbe's father says, 1 second, the fact is we know that first you put on the tzitzis, the talit, and then you put on the tefillin. So what is the Zohar saying? That you have the tefillin that is covered up with the tzitzis. So the Rebbe explains something very powerful, and he says like this. We know that in all the mitzvot and learning Torah, so Torah we know in general is the idea of chesed, and the mitzvot is gvura. What does that mean? Torah is chesed, it's no limit. Mitzvot have a dimension to it. So the dimension creates the idea of gvura, it's finite. In the mitzvot itself, the Rebbe says, there's two types of mitzvot. There's mitzvahs which are finite, for example, or we call pnimi, they're internalized, like tefillin. There's a size, a measurement for the tefillin. And based on that, tefillin is more gvura, because it's structured in its physical limitations. Tzitzis, on the other hand, the talis, is more of a makif. It's a big shawl, so it's more the idea of chesed, which is the same idea that says this week's Torah portion where it speaks about the Kohanim and the Levites. So the Levites we know is gvura, and they would have to come to the Kohanim, which is chesed. So therefore, the Rebbe explains, when a person puts on your talis first, that's correct, like the Rebbe's father says, and then you put on the tefillin, but after you put on the tefillin gets covered with the talis. Why is that? Since the tefillin is gvura, and the talis is chesed, so you want to always cover up chesed over gvura. In the Kabbalistic terms, you want to sweeten the judgments. Just like when they came to the Levites that service in the temple, the ones that set them up to service in the temple was the Kohanim, because you want the Kohen, the chesed, the one that should be infused within the gvura. So the answer to the question, why do we wear the talis and the tefillin on a spiritual level? Because we want to bring in the chesed energy, we want to bring in the gvura energy, but more importantly, we want to make sure that the chesed is covering the tefillin, that the kindness and the love sweetens the judgments. Thanks so much for joining us for our weekly Torah lesson. This week's Torah lesson is dedicated to memory of Baruch ben Ari Leib, Shlomo ben Yosef, Rachel bas Lipa, and Sina bas Sarah. May their souls be elevated by Torah we're studying in their memory. For more information, please see our website, chabad.org. Have a great and blessed week. Shavua Tov.